Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. First of all, y'all, sorry boot this light, but I have a book that I want to start reading, but I want to start reading it with y'all, and I want to start reading it like today. So I need to go ahead and talk to y'all about it, and all I'm going to do is drive up this road and then drive back down this road. So the light's going to be just as bad going back as it is going there. So tell you what, y'all go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. Then we're going to talk about this book, and I'm going to get off here and get out of this light. All right, so y'all know that we read our Halloween books, right? Like we're reading through the season to get to our Christmas books. So we read our Halloween books, we talked about those, we made it through all that. Well, now we need to read some fall books or something to transition us from our Halloween like creepy reading books into fall. And we've talked about this before, how dark academia books always put me in a fall spirit. So y'all know the book that was on our fall TBR or our holiday TBR, whatever it was, If We Were Villains. So y'all, I want to start this book like today. So let me tell you what I think I remember I know about this book. And then, of course, as we start reading, I'll tell you what there really is to know about it. So it is dark academia, which means somebody's gonna die. Like there's some kind of killing of something. And here's what I think it is. I think either our main character or one of our characters has killed somebody when the book starts. And maybe he's getting out of jail for doing the killing, but there's something to do with Shakespeare, like some Shakespearean play. So maybe, and it has to be at a school because it's academia. So maybe he was in a play. Maybe he killed somebody. I don't know. But it has something to do. Maybe he goes back to school. That really doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Maybe okay, now I'm just theorizing that maybe they reveal the whole plot of the thing of how the killing happened through a play. That's it. That's my theory. So y'all, I got some running around to do that I'm going to go back to the house and start reading. So the very instant that I find out anything about what this book is really about, I'm going to come back and tell y'all, probably in the morning, because I got to do some running around. Then I'm going to go back to the house, hit the couch with the furry felons, and do some reading. So I will check back in, maybe tonight, probably in the morning, and let y'all know when we know something. Y'all, I just finished riding the bike, and I about forgot I was going to tell you what we know. Well, I was going to tell you anything at all about If We Were Villains. If we were villains, because I think when I was talking to you about it in the car, I was a little bit outside my head and I forgot anything I thought we knew. So I have started reading, and some of the things we thought we knew, we know. But so my premise, like my assumption for picking this book, was that it's dark academia. So of course it's set in New England, because aren't they all? No. I think, so this is this dude, Oliver, just got out of prison on a 10-year stint for killing somebody. And I think we don't know if he did it or not, but he served his time, so I hope he did the crime. So he comes out of prison and he's meeting with the dude who like put him in jail. I guess like, what am I doing here? Let me take this down. Sorry, I forgot I got off the bike and I have bike head. So he's meeting with the detective, I guess, that like led the investigation and decided that he was the one that did it. So the detective is fixing to retire, and he wants to like make sure once and for all that he was right, like that he didn't put this dude away for 10 years for something he didn't do. So they are going, I think we're going back to where he went to school. And I think that's how, because remember I was like, it has something to do with Shakespeare, but I don't know what. And I don't know if somebody gets killed in a play. I don't know. I didn't know nothing. So there must be Shakespeareing. Here's what I think. I think I shouldn't jump off a bike and then start talking to y'all. You'd think we would have learned that by now. But I think what's going to happen is we're going to go back to this college town. I am smoking hot. And not in a good way. I think we're going to go back to this college town where Oliver went to school, where all the things happened, and he's going to walk us and this detective back through what happened. So we're going to have some like flashbacks and maybe some flash sideways. I don't know. We're going to be flashy about the town, and Oliver is going to tell us the story of what happened. So we're going to get some academia. We're going to have some fall, right? Because, well, I mean, I guess it could all have happened like in summer or something. Then I'll be mad. And we're not going to New England. Did I already say that? We're going to one of those square states in the middle, like Indiana, Iowa. I think it's Iowa. No, I think it's in. I'm going to go with Indiana. I read it and I've already forgotten. And y'all, I know. I live in Minnesota and I'm judging another state. Go figure. But anyway, so we must already be in that state because he was convicted and put in prison. So we're going back to the town where he went to college, and he's going to like take us through what happened. So y'all, I've read for like 30 minutes and I'm acting like I know all the things. So I got to go teach. I'm going to ride some more and read some more. And when I come back, I tell you what, I'm going to shower before I come back. So I'll be clean and I will be more read in on the events of If We Were Villains. And I'm going to actually learn the title, If We Were Villains. I'm going to practice that a bunch of times so that I can say it with conviction next time we meet. So y'all sit tight and I'll be back when I know some more. All right, y'all. I know that I said that next time I saw y'all, I would be showered. I clearly am not showered yet. And I know that like 3 videos ago, I said that we were not going to do any more recording in the garage because it sounds like I'm on the turlet. I'm not on the turlet, but I got to read y'all this before I forget. So, as I suspected, Oliver has taken Chief whatever his name is back to the school, and he's walking us through the events of the year that whatever happened. And that's how we're going to learn the story. So we are back at the beginning of the year, and we're at convocation, and he's like walking us through how it goes. So he said, convocation was traditionally held in the gold-spangled music hall on the 9th of September, blah, blah, blah. And I told you he's at some like muckety-muck, oh my goodness, muckety-muck art school, right? So he's an actor, or like an acting student. So he's going through and describing these different groups of students in the convocation, like in the hall. So blah, blah, blah. On the opposite side of the aisle sat the studio art students, easily identified by their unorthodox hairstyles and clothing, perpetually spattered with paint and plaster, and language students who spoke almost exclusively in Greek and Latin to one another, and sometimes to other people. And the philosophy students, who were by far the weirdest, but also the most amusing, prone to treating every conversation as a social experiment and tossing off words like hylozoism and composability as if they were as easily comprehensible as good morning. Y'all, I think you already know this. I was a philosophy and religion student, so I had to also be a language student because you got to learn dead languages to read like the old scripts of religion and the good philosophy. So I was a philosophy and language student, and those descriptions, 100% spot on, describing philosophy, especially 100% philosophy students and language students. Now, some of us grow out of that. Hopefully I grew out of that. But I think a lot of philosophy students like go on in life thinking that they're still philosophy students and speaking that way. But anyway, I digress. So I am now 100% in love with this book just because of that, because it is so true and so authentic. So we've started to meet some characters. So let me read some more. Let me finish this ride without passing out. I'm gonna get a shower, and then, well, I'm gonna read, shower, read, and then I'll come back and give you like an overview of what's happening, what I think, but I really think I'm gonna like it. It seems like it might be a bit of a slow grind, but y'all, it's dark academia, so you kind of gotta be in for that. So let me do this, and I'll come back clean next time, I promise, and tell y'all what I think. All right, y'all, I finally made it back to talk to you about this, here it is, about this book. I was like, oh, I had this all planned. I was going to hold up my book and use it as a prop. Then I moved and I'm on the wrong side of the counter, so I didn't have my book. Anyway, take two. All right, y'all. I finally made it back to talk to you about this book. It has been a crazy day. But I wanted to check in because, as usual, I want to go ahead and tell you what I know before I keep reading so that I don't forget what I already told you, which I already kind of forgot what I already told you, but let me just tell you what we know so far. So, we know that Oliver has gotten out of prison after serving a 10-year sentence for killing somebody, and that the investigator wants to make sure, like, wants to really know what happened. So they've gone back to the college where Oliver, like the college that Oliver was attending at the time that it happened. So that's where the story takes place. Like, it's all in flashbacks to the college days and to like the events that unfolded there. And y'all, it's a Shakespeare. I can't stand it. So, of course, it's done in like 5 acts. I know. And so we start off, we meet, it starts off at the beginning of the school year. I think I told you all that during my like sweaty huff out on the bike. But I don't know what I told you there. So, Oliver is a 4th year theater student at this like muckety muck school. I'm not sure if the program is a Shakespeare program or if they only just do Shakespeare, but y'all, they only just do Shakespeare, and there's a lot of Shakespeare, but we'll get to that. So Oliver is one of 7 4th year students, and the students, like, the roles that they have in the productions are based on their year in school. So, like, of course, the 4th years have the key roles, and then the 3rd years have sort of the supporting roles, and the 2nd years have, maybe they're like the choruses, and the 1st years are behind the scenes. Anyway, what they do is based on their year in school. So they finally like made it to 4th year. So we work our way through these productions with them, and y'all, it's I'm hesitating to say it's exciting because it's Shakespeare, but y'all, it's kind of exciting. Like, they do Macbeth, and I mean, I was like on the edge of y'all know I can be a little dramatic, but like, it was really exciting. And of course, I mean, this is written in the stars. The things that happen sort of in the story or in their lives kind of parallel the Shakespeare plays that they're doing. So that's got me a little nervous because, like, I don't love the characters because they're super flawed and okay. Let me just put this in your brains. They're college students at an elite made up school out in the middle of the country studying Shakespeare. So they are all of the things that go along with that. They're elitist and erudite, and they're just uppity and annoying, and you just can't help but like them. And so, okay, so it's a group of 7, and of course there's the obligatory like boy-girl relationship going on within the group, and then there's the flirting, and there's the tension that's caused within, and they're like a tight-knit group because they do these plays together all the time, and they've come up through school together. So they're very tight-knit. So there's that tension, that like obligatory tension that develops within a group when there's a romantic relationship in the group. So there's all that going on, and there's the plays all at the same time, and it's of course very, very competitive. So it's really good. And I thought it was going to be more of a slog. Like, in the beginning, to me, it was a little bit slow. It's picked up considerably. I enjoy the characters. I like the way they're developing. Oliver has some kind of like home drama going on that we're going to have to go back and deal with that, I think, because of course we're going to like have to go home for school breaks. So we're going to have to go home and deal with whatever is going on at home. So let me go read some more, and I'll check back in and let y'all know what's going on. But I have a list of don't tell things already. So, because there are things that develop as you're reading that I don't want to tell. So I have a feeling there's going to be a whole lot of not telling as we get through this. But I'll at least tell you a little more, but I like the characters. I like the setting. I I miss New England, but I am enjoying this setting because it's in like not a New England old school, but at least it's in like something of a fussy setting, and they're Shakespeare students. So you have that like annoying funness to deal with. And there's a lot of Shakespeare. Y'all, did I already say that? Like there's a lot of Shakespeare. You know how they made fun of the philosophy students for like referring to philosophy stuff as though it's real life? These people and their freaking Shakespeare all the time, which I don't mind, but it's a lot. So if you're not down for a lot of Shakespeare, this you're just going to be pissed off the whole time. So that's what I know so far. I'm going to read some more. I might come back this afternoon or this evening and check in and let you know some more. And if not, I'll let you know tomorrow for sure. Cause y'all, it's starting to pick up. So I'll finish sometime tomorrow. So let me go read and I'll be back and let you know what more we know. All right, y'all, I'm waiting. The furry fella. Obviously, we're in the kitchen. I know that was like 5 attempted sentences all at once right there. Obviously, we are in the kitchen and the furry felons are running around because they think I'm doing something. I ain't doing nothing. I'm waiting for the intern to get home so we can make dinner. But I thought I would check in and let y'all know how our reading is going. So things have most definitely escalated. We have a dead guy. We have let me turn y'all this way so I can lean up against my counter. Nope, that's not going to work because my hip kind of hurts. So we have a dead guy. We have folks kissing folks they shouldn't ought to be kissing, which might or might not have led to the dead guy being dead. We're not sure how the dead guy got dead or who deaded him. Remember I told you in the beginning that I'm not sure that we know that Oliver did it. And I think, yeah, so we're trying to figure that out. So, and I told you that I thought we would be like going home with Oliver and dealing with that. Oh, y'all. Are we dealing with that? So you know how, and it's been a minute for me, but I still remember how when you're away at college and then you go home, there's this whole sense of like, college isn't your home and home isn't your home anymore. Like you don't really fit in either place. Well, Oliver is having that when he goes home and like home just doesn't fit anymore. So and boy, is it y'all, there is drama. Let me warn you. If you're triggerable, and y'all know I'm not, like, and I say this all the time, Butcher and Blackbird did not, it grossed me out, but it did not trigger me. And if you can get through Butcher and Blackbird without being triggered, you're probably not triggerable. But there are some things in this book that if you have some like rough edges, it might rub up against them. So maybe check trigger warnings. So there's some stuff going on at home that he has to not go home and deal with, but that he has to deal with when he goes home. And it's not nice. And since he's been gone, he's sort of a piece to that like home puzzle that doesn't fit anymore. So there's that going on. So like we go back and forth between home and school with him, and we deal with this sort of not fitting in bit. And y'all, I don't love him, but I like him. Like he's a sympathetic, I think you can like really love him. As not like he's, oh, you can love him, not like that. But I think as a reader, he can like, you can love him. Like he is not an unlovable character. He might not be flawed enough for me. Y'all know how I love me a gray, some grayness in a character. He might just not be flawed enough for me, but I do like him and I find him sympathetic. And the things that he deals with are really, other than, the killing of the guy, which he might or might not have done. We don't know yet, and I'm not going to tell y'all even when I do know. So go on and get that out your heads. But the like feeling like you have, sort of multiple places where you belong. So you feel like you don't belong in either place. I think we've all kind of been through that one. So it's just, I don't know, it's uncomfortable reading him through those situations. And there might be a situation with him and another boy. And even that's very, like a lot of his stuff is just questionable. Not like him being in a situation with another boy is questionable, but like whether or not it's even a thing. Because he's just so unsure and we're seeing it through his eyes. So we don't know because he doesn't know. Have I actually said anything? I feel like I should just not even include any of this because I feel like you now know less about this book than you did before I started talking. But like I said, y'all, I have a list of don't say things, like things not to say for this one because there's so much that you need to learn as you read, and it's so tempting to say those things. So that's what I know so far. I am enjoying it. The first couple of, remember I said it was like divided into 5 acts. The first 2 acts are really strong, and then it teeters a little. It gets a little, it's a lot of Shakespeare. And again, if you're not down for a lot of Shakespeare, maybe skip this one. But I am enjoying it. I am down for the Shakespeare. It is dark and a little chilly, and I'm tired, and I'm waiting for my intern to get home. So I think I'm going to go sit on the couch and read some more and just chill, wait for the intern. So y'all have a good evening, and I will check back in. I'm definitely not going to finish this thing tonight because I'm about to fall asleep on the couch reading. So I will check back in the morning, let you know where we are, and I'll probably finish it tomorrow, maybe, depending on how work goes. So I will check in the morning and let you know how it's going. Y'all, I'm bothered. Do I look bothered? I am bothered. I've been reading If We Were Villains. I'm almost done. Like I'm almost done. And I don't want to finish reading it because I'm so bothered. Let me tell you what's up. So I'm sure I told you I wasn't going to tell you anymore, and I'm not going to tell you anymore, but I don't remember where we were when last we spoke, but I don't know if we had a murder yet, but y'all, there's most definitely a murder. Our friends are involved. They're all up in it. So I told you there's like a romantic relationship amongst our friends. And then there's like other, folks kissing folks and stuff going on. So that's all dramatic. Well, then you throw a murder into the mix, and that just adds to the drama. And there are a bunch of freaking dramatic Shakespearean theater students. So that adds to the mix. And you just get sucked into all of their drama, and you can't help but just get like sucked right straight down into it. And I think I did tell y'all this, that the things that they go through or the things that they do sort of parallels y'all are like looking all weird, parallels the plays that they do. So as you're reading it, you're like, oh no, please don't let it be Macbeth. Don't let it. And then it's Macbeth. Or, oh, don't let it be Hamlet. And then it's Hamlet. Because you know what happens in those plays. So anyway, it is so much, y'all. And we do this every time I read a dark academia, don't we? Like I get all sucked up into it, and it's all like dreary and depressing and, well, dark. So now, y'all, now I'm afraid. Now you're looking too far that way. Now I'm afraid to finish reading it because y'all know what happens at the end of all the Shakespeare dramas. I know. So I'm going to finish it. I know. Calm down. I'm going to finish it. But we got an Amazon. So I thought, I didn't even tell y'all about this. Hang on. Let me open this quick because it's going to rattle. I didn't even tell y'all about this. I just found this yesterday, and I was so excited. I went ahead and ordered it. This is our next book, y'all. It is The Nightmare Before Christmas. I know this is literally the opposite of If We Were Villains. Even look at the covers. There is, if it were possible for one book to be the opposite of another and to have absolutely nothing to do with one another, these are they. So I believe The Nightmare Before Christmas. I believe it has something to do with, I think he's the Prince of Christmas, not Christmas, but Christmas. And I believe he's the Prince of Halloween. And something happens between them. I know so much about it, but look how cute it is. And look, I know. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this. And as soon as I read the last page of this, I'm going to read the first page of this. Because you know how when you're a kid and you have to take medicine and a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down? spoonful of sugar is going to help my medicine go down. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to finish this. And I'm going to start The Nightmare Before Christmas. And y'all, I seriously, like I said, I don't know anything about it except something about the Prince of Christmas and the Prince of Halloween. And so I accidentally found this on the Amazons. Y'all know we talked about, I think it was in my new Kindle video, that when I accidentally bought that so cute pink Kindle, we talked about how Amazon has like they recommend things for you. So this was one of my recommendeds. I know. But I accidentally realized that it's book 1 of the Royals and Romance series. And there's only one so far, but there's another one finna come out too. So y'all, if we like this, then we can read, there's one that's like maybe St. Patrick's Day or something. I don't even know. But I guess I should finish this and then read this before I get my heart set on reading the next one in this series. Because y'all, this could go one of a couple of ways. It could be really cute and fun, and it could be just absolute dreck. Because I know nothing about the book, the author, nothing except look how cute it is. So I'm going to go wash my fur because I just got off the bike. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to post up on the couch. I'm going to finish this and start this, and I'll come back and let you know a little bit once I know something about this, all right? So I'll see y'all in a bit. Y'all, as promised, I finished If We Were Villains, and it was the most Shakespearean ending I've ever read in my life, and y'all, I've read a lot of Shakespeare. So there was like the ending, and you're like, okay, yeah, yeah. It's like the most unsatisfying but like understandable. You're like, okay, yeah, it makes sense that happened. Like the most unsatisfying thing, but you're like, all right, yeah, no, I get it. And then there's like the ending after the ending, and you go, wait, what just happened? I seriously read the ending after the ending like 3 times. So I'm pretty sure I've wrapped my brain around what I think happened, but I'm still not completely sure what happened, which again, Shakespeare. So I'm done with this. I'm out. I have left it in the dust because, y'all, I just ate me a salad, and I've been reading The Nightmare Before Christmas, and it is all the things. Y'all, I think it's going to end up being a cute boys rom-com, but I'm not sure. So far, we have a cute boy and some people with him. So this is Nicholas Claus, who goes by Cole because he's rebellious, and he is the son of Santa. And his brother Christopher, so they are like thick as thieves, and they have a girlfriend, like the Claus boys have this female friend named Iris. So and there's clearly something up with, I don't know, the 3 of them. I'm not sure what yet. I really just started. But Cole, Nicholas, is a hot mess. Like, always in trouble. When the book starts, he's just done something like, and I'm, as per usual, not going to tell you a whole lot, but he's just like used Christmas magic to grant a bunch of wishes. And apparently you can't do that, because there are ramifications to like giving folks what they want or something. So he's in trouble for that. And as we find that out, it sort of takes us down a tumble into finding out about a bunch of other stuff that he's done in the past. So like, he's not like gray character bad, like, I like him, but just like, naughty, like mischievous bad, I think. So I imagine, y'all, I'm going to be on attack until we meet and kiss the Prince of Halloween, which I think is what the book is about. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I think Nicholas Cole is just like mischievous, naughty, and maybe Christopher is the good brother. I'm not sure yet. I just started. But y'all, it's very rom-com-y. It's very like, they're cute and they're fun and they're perky, and they have the like stressful relationship with the dad. I mean, and Dad's Santa, but there's, of course, magic because they're the princes of Christmas, y'all. So, like, Nicholas was talking about, I mean, and just like they just drop these things just like off the cuff. Like, everybody knows that the way that the like Christmas magic people travel about is by sticking mistletoe in the door. And if you do that, it like opens a portal and you can travel wherever you want to. Who doesn't know that? But anyway, so there's, the Christmas magic that they use. And it's just fun and it's cute. And I don't think it's going to be like overly lighthearted, but y'all, I don't think we're fighting for like the survival of humanity or anything like we did in Hellbent or any of that stuff. Or like I don't think anybody's actually going to get murdered like they did in If We Were Villains. I never did learn the name of this book. I'm sorry. I know it's something villains. I just keep mixing it up in my head. But so yeah, I don't think there's going to be it's like I don't think it's going to be all that deep when whatever's happening, because it's like I think it's going to be in the magical realm. So I mean, not that like people can't be turned into toads or whatever, but anyway. So let me go. I swear I just heard a door open behind me. Maybe somebody stuffed mistletoe in my door and they're entering through a portal. I don't even know. Let me go read. This is going to be a quickie. So I'm going to go read for a while and I will be back later, probably this evening, because it is afternoon. And did y'all hear that? I am legit hearing noises. I got to go. So let me go figure out what is happening in my house. I'm going to read and I'll be back this evening. Probably I'll stop reading and come visit with y'all, and then I'll go make dinner for the intern. So I'll see y'all then. All right. I mean, if I don't get like taken away to the winter wonderland by whatever's coming into my house. So I'll see y'all later. So have I mentioned that the intern is obsessed with Christmas? Hang on. Let me turn around and see if y'all can actually see this thing. This is inside my house. You can't really see it because the light's so awful. But yeah, that's inside my house. And look, you can see how tall it is because there's the top of the door beside it. Yeah, and that's just the very beginning. Oh, speaking of light, let's get over here where the light's not really going to be any better. Hang on, let me get over here and I'll be right back. Hang on, y'all hang on a second. I think y'all already saw these two, right? The snowmen that the intern, the snowman and the snow lady that the intern bought. Yeah, those are like the beginning of the Christmas decorations. I will keep y'all abreast of the developments as he decorates the house for Christmas. But yeah, y'all, it ain't no joke around here. So anyway, I had to get up off the couch. I was reading, but excuse my big head up in your face. I had to get up off the couch and stop reading The Nightmare Before Christmas, y'all, because I got to be productive and make dinner. But let me tell you what we know. The developments happen fast and furious, and like the stuff that you sort of figure out as you go along starts super early on in this book. So I got to be careful what I tell you. But I already told you about Nicholas and his brother and Iris. Well, come to find out that Cole and Iris are courting, that the Santa, the like King of Christmas, announces that his son is going to court Iris, who is from the Easter court. So it's this like arranged relationship between Christmas and Easter, and they're best friends. So Cole's like, what? Well, it is an arranged relationship to bring the courts together. Then enter Hex, y'all, who is this just dark and broody Prince of Halloween. Oh, y'all, he's just so much. He's just sweet and he's fun and he dresses in all black and he's the Prince of Halloween. And he usually lives in Mexico where he helps his mama with Dia de los Muertes. Dia de los Muertes. But he has to, he's just the best. He's like this little like goth prince and we love him. And so he comes to vie for Iris's affections as well. So he and Cole are like competing for the hand of the Easter princess. and like to see if which holidays are going to join together, and shenanigans ensue from there, y'all. But the relationships, first of all, the characters are, I like them so much. They're rom-commy, so they're sort of like fun and shallow, like it's just not all that deep, but there's something to them. Like there's character to them. And we learn of this plot that the King of Christmas has hatched, and the boys, well, Cole at first, but then the boys are like not down with it, and they feel a need to right the wrongs. And it's just really good. And I think maybe there are some social statements going on here about, I don't even know what it is, like colonialism, or I don't even know. But it's fun. And I mean, it is a little deep. Like it's not all that deep. It's not like, killing your friends and burying their bodies deep, but there's a little more to it than just romping around in the snow and like painting your nails and kissing boys. There's some stuff going on here. So the banter is, I didn't even think about what I was going to say about the banter. Like it's that good that it's not like you don't even notice it. Like you just feel like you're sitting there listening to these friends talk. So that's good. The character development is good. The story is fun. There's some spice. Now, it's not, so far, I'm not done, but it's not open door spice, but it's also not just like holding hands, like walking in a winter wonderland spice. So maybe it's like open door, but like looking through it over your shoulder kind of spice. Like, stuff's going on in there. And again, I'm not done yet. So like the door might fly open and we might get popcorn before this thing's all said and done. But so far there is some spice. So if you're not down with that, this ain't the one for you. But again, it's like not, like what they're doing and you're there with them while they're doing it, but it's not like crazy, like slamming things together kind of spice. So anyway, now that I've embarrassed myself, let me go make dinner for the intern. I'll read a little more tonight, but I'll finish it probably tomorrow and then come back and let you know what we think overall when I think something. All right. So y'all have a good evening and I will see you in the morning. Y'all, I am almost done with The Nightmare Before Christmas. And hang on, Bo. One felon is trying to steal the other felon's bean. Stop it. Almost done with The Nightmare Before Christmas, and y'all, I am so in love. So I told you that we have the brothers, right? Cole and Chris, and they are the princes of Christmas. And of course, Santa is their daddy, and he's like the evil father. And did I tell you that he is up to shenanigans and that they discover his shenanigans? And I can't tell you, Bo, I can't tell you much about that because like that's a big part of the thing, but I'm just going to tell you that joy is currency. I'm just going to tell you that. And there's shenanigans going on with that. And then, drama sort of unfolds from there. But y'all, Hex, oh my goodness, our little goth, you're not going to be able to see that, sorry, because my other hand is busy. But our little goth Halloween prince, y'all, I just love him. So he and Cole are, kind of a thing. And Cole, I told you Cole is just a hot mess. And Hex loves him right straight through it. And like you realize that pretty quickly on, so I'm not like spoiling anything, but y'all, I just love it. And all right, I'm not going to say much more than that because y'all know spoilers, but so it's, lighthearted and rom-commy and all of that, but it also has some like interesting takes. Like this ponytail holder is going to break. And I'm going to look very silly. Let me do that again. So there are some interesting takes on things like the roles that people play in families. Like you grow up, having a certain role in your family. And if you're not careful, you sort of maintain that role throughout your life. And like if you don't recognize it, I think, and sometimes like consciously break that role or like consciously step out of it, when you get back together with those people, you continue to like play that role in that group. And you see that in this book. And it's subtle, like they don't smack you in the face with it, but it's just really interesting. So there are things like that, but it is still very like lighthearted and rom-commy with some spice thrown in there. So that's what we know about this. Y'all, I'm gonna go get on the bike. I'm gonna finish reading this. At least that's the plan. I plan to finish reading this. And then now that we're in the Christmas, now we are slap into Christmas, y'all, even though it's not quite Thanksgiving yet. We did our Halloween books. We did some fall with the freaking Shakespeare Dark Academia. So we have now used this to transition us right straight into some Christmas rom-coms. So we are going with How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. Look how cute this book is. I know nothing about it except, I think I told y'all, I keep seeing Megan Quinn's name everywhere. And I saw this and I was like, that's where I'm going to start with my Megan Quinn books. And holy smokes, is this a longin'. So, although look, it's like super wide set type. So I think we'll be all right. So I'm going to finish this, try not to get my heart broken, and then jump into this on my ride. So I'll be back later and let y'all know what I know about this. All right. So y'all enjoy your morning and I'll be back. All right, y'all, change of plans. So I just finished riding my bike. And I did finish reading Nightmare Before Christmas as planned. And y'all, I love, I'm stuck in my hair. I love the Prince of Halloween. Like I was going to say he might be my new favorite literary gay. He's not. Y'all, well, if you know who my favorite literary gay is. He's my new favorite magical literary gay. So finished that, and I had just downloaded How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. Like just downloaded it on my Kindle. I was like maybe 2 pages into it. Something about skiing or a ski slope or something. And I got this email from my little 16-year-old Shady Sadie student. Hey. Apparently that's how we address adults these days. Hey. So basically, I just found out that the new book I'm reading is The Scarlet Letter, and I have to write like 2 paragraphs or something every couple of chapters. So can we start doing that together? Because there's no way I'm reading this old man book by myself and writing about it. LMK, LOL. Love, Shady Sadie. So Shady Sadie and I now have to read The Scarlet Letter together and write about it. So I'm gonna have to pause this for a little minute so that I can read. Well, I mean, of course I've read and taught The Scarlet Letter, but it's been a little minute. So I need to reread that so that my little Shady Sadie student and I can work on it together. So I am not going to drag y'all through The Scarlet Letter. Y'all, I am not that evil. So I'm going to end this, and I tell you what I'm going to do. After I read The Scarlet Letter, I am 100% going to read How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, and we're going to talk about this in our Christmas rom-com reading vlog. So let me wrap this up and get to work. So y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me through this entire adventure in reading. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos at the beginning of every week with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.